To The Witness. I kind of just felt like streaming, even though it's the middle of the night. So this might be a shorter than usual stream, but I wanted to play The Witness, so we're playing it today. Last thing we did was solve these block puzzles. I'm really loving the block puzzles so far, so I want to play them now. It looks like this cord goes down here to that panel, so I'm going to go check out that panel. In fact, hold on a second. I want to see what's over here first, because I thought we were going this way. Oh, this is a dead end. Okay. Well, this apparently goes nowhere. So this cord goes down here. Okay, so yeah, we opened up this door, which gives us access to these puzzles that we did not have access to before. There's a little bit of a glare on the screen on this one. Okay, so this one's interesting. Oh, okay, never mind, I see what's going on here. So this again goes into the concept we were doing in the last stream, where you just, you put all of the pieces of the blocks together. So in this case, we have like a block shape that goes around the perimeter, but then there's also one block extra that we have to fit in, which conveniently fits right in the middle. So what we can do is we can just wrap all of the pieces underneath our guiding line, and what we have is we have the round shape around here, and then we move this middle piece right here into the middle. Give me 1 second, I'm opening up the chat window right now. Next we have, oh okay, interesting. So these two puzzles are kind of cross-hatched with each other, but this should be easy because this one right here can just go here and here, and then this one can go here and here. So if we just draw a small square, it will catch both of those pieces. I think this is like another tutorial just showing us that even if the pieces are like have gaps in them, we can still fit other pieces into those gaps. So this is pretty straightforward. It's just building on top of what we did during the last stream. Oh hey, Notbuff is here. Thanks for stopping by. I actually didn't think you were going to be here today. I was thinking that I was like, I'm going to stream The Witness today, even though Notbuff probably won't be able to see it. But I guess you are here, which is good. Okay, next puzzle. So this one, if we put this shape here, we can make like an L shape, like this. Something like this would work, but then we still have to fit that 4 shape in. Although I guess if we... So what we could do is... Let's see, how do we want to do this? I think the 4 wide shape needs to be on the top, maybe? I'm not 100% sure. This one's actually a little bit tricky. Hey LJ. Streaming on Thursdays too. Yeah, I just felt like doing it today. I just randomly felt like streaming today, so I decided to do it. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how to fit these shapes together. We have, basically, if you put these two together, you have like this L shape. This contains all of the pieces that are inside of it. The problem is, how do we fit this 4 shape in here while also catching the 4 shape? If we go like this, it doesn't work. So I think we have to put the 4 shape somewhere else, like putting it at the bottom, like this. But I don't think this works either, because if I put it here, you go like this, but now, like this shape that I've drawn contains all of the dots, but the dots aren't actually inside of it. So that doesn't work either. Let's see. Does anything else work? Yes, maybe. What if I go like this? No, that doesn't work. Wow, this one's actually pretty tricky. This one's throwing me off. You don't understand the rules for this puzzle. You're lost. Okay, so basically the way these puzzles work... I'll go back to an easier one so I can show you. The way these puzzles work is that you have to draw the shapes for these dots. You have to draw a line around the shape for these dots. So this one is like a horizontal line, so you would draw this shape around it. And then this one is another horizontal line, so you draw this shape around it. But we still have to get this other one in the middle. So what we do is we go over here, and we grab the one in the middle, like this, with a sideways shape, and then the vertical shape goes up top like that. So you see how this contains all of the pieces? You can see how this right here is inside of the line. It's like a 3-dot shape. And then this over here, 3-dot shape is inside. And then this 3-dot shape is inside of the line. So that's like the solution for this puzzle. And that's basically how the rules are. What we're trying to do over here is we're trying to fit these gaps together, which I'm having a very hard time doing. We're trying to make it so we can fit all of these dots inside of a shape, but then also still connect to the top right of the map. So it's getting a little tricky. I wonder if we can come in from the bottom. Like Oh, I think this is the solution. Okay, I think this is it. I just had to step away from the puzzle for 1 second and come back, and then I got it. Yeah, that was it. So check it out. So right here, we have the 2 dots, and then the 1 dot here, and then this 1 dot is moved down here, and then the 4 dots, these 4 dots here are all the way across the top. So everything is contained on the top side of this border. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dots inside, and in here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually was thinking about this off stream. A really good way to do these puzzles is to count the number of dots and then just try to fit all of those dots inside of the line. All right, before I move on to the next one, I'm gonna really quick post some links to the stream elsewhere. So we're gonna take a short break. Thanks for making your backtrack. No worries. Well, you did miss. I just remembered you weren't here for the second stream, so you wouldn't have seen all the rules for these puzzles yet. So it's good to get a little refresher. We're like halfway through this area already. All right, let me find my channel. It's somewhere on YouTube. Here we go. Share. Let's see if this link looks good. Streaming the witness. Yes, it does. Just gonna post it in one more place. And this person is probably asleep. But I'll let them know I'm streaming anyway. Alright. Back to the puzzle solving. Let's hope this one is a little bit easier than the previous puzzle. It has to be exactly like, yeah, the positions need to be exactly like the dots, but you can fit them together and you can use them to like fill in these gaps. So like you see, actually this puzzle is a really good tutorial for it. You see how there's like a gap in the middle, but you can take this dot and put it in the middle of this shape. That's why having just a regular like 3x3 square works for this, because you're essentially taking this dot and putting it in the middle, and then these two, you just kind of connect them together to make a square, because they're diagonal with each other. All right, so for this one we need 12 dots. This one is really weird because look at this. There's a 2 gap in the middle of these. So we need to do something that involves filling in all of this empty space. I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do. And the way to do that is to take, I think, this shape here and connect it like this. But that doesn't exactly work. But I think that's in the spirit of the idea of what we're trying to do, I think. Gosh, I'm not sure. All right, well, let's look at this shape here, and how do we connect this shape to anything else? LJ says they're going to check the Jujutsu Kaisen leaks that came out, but you saw I was streaming. You'll be back in a few minutes. Ooh. Don't spoil anything. I'm working on the next Jujutsu Kaisen videos tonight as well, by the way. I just wanted to take a break and stream for a little bit. But after this, I'm going to go back to editing my scripts, because they're already partially written. All right, and I won't spoil anything either, so I'm not going to tell you which episodes I was watching, or say anything about them. But I picked episodes based on the comments that I got. All right, let's see if we can figure this one out. So what we need to do is we need to connect these places here. We also need to fit in this 3 shape somehow, which is actually going to be really tricky now that I think about it. I think these 2 dots actually cannot go at the bottom, because if they go at the bottom, there's no place for the 3 shape to fit in. Plus, you can't even hit them with their own design. So let me think if there's a better way to do this. What if we put them at the top? So we've got a 2 shape here. We're gonna have the 3 shape right next to it. This is still not exactly working. No, we need to find a way to fit this shape into everything, and this is the hard one, because this is gonna go like all the way over here, and then how do you connect it to anything else? I guess you would connect it to the 3 shape like this. So the question is, let's look at these 2 shapes. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try this. If this works, it means that the size of the gap doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't work. So you need to match the size of the gap. Because otherwise you would have a 2 here, a 2 here, a 5 here, and then a 3 here, and it should work. But it's not working, and that's telling me that I have to have a gap of 2 in between these squares. You thought the manga already ended. It would be helpful if you have real blocks to visualize it. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit better way to draw things. Like if you could draw on the map without like having to input the solutions. I have a piece of paper that I was using last stream to write down notes for things. All right, let's try to do it from the bottom, and let's just see if we can get it to work. So, how in the world do you get this to work? That's the question. Okay, so I'm going to put the 2 shape here. I'm going to put the 3 shape next to it. I'm going to put the curved shape on top of that. So there's going to be 3 over and then 2 down like this. Like this captures this shape, and then everything to the right is still inside of it. The problem is the other 2 shape needs to go right here, but I can't actually draw a line there. So this doesn't quite work. And I can't move this down any, because if I do that, it means there's no room for the 3 shape. This one has very much stumped me. Gark Lol has joined the chat. Hello, Gark Lol. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing today? How's everyone doing tonight? I'm assuming, I don't know what time it is where you live, but where I live, it's after midnight. I decided to just randomly start streaming in the middle of the night. I'm really stuck on this puzzle. That's how I'm doing. Okay, let's try this. Let's go from this side and see if it works. So we're going to have the 2 shape over here. This big shape is going to be... I can already see how this doesn't work. It's going to be over here. That doesn't work. How do you fit this shape up here in with the rest of everything else? I can't get it. I just can't get it. Maybe you go like this. You put the 2 shape at the top. The 2 shape at the top doesn't fit either. Okay, the 2 shape has to go in the middle. That's the conclusion I'm drawing here. The only way to make this work is for the 2 shape to go in the middle. So you're going to have the 2 shape here. The 3 shape has to go next, like this. The 4 shape is the 5. What is this? Yeah, the 5 shape is going to go here, like this. So this contains 2, 3 with the 5 stacked on top of it. Then the other 2 shape is going to go over here. I'm pretty sure this fits. It does. Okay. I'm going to redraw this so everyone can see. So this is the 2 shape over here. And over here on the edges. The 3 shape right here gets moved over here. And then the curved shape is on top of that, filling in this gap here. And everything is contained inside this big blob that I just drew. That was one of the hardest puzzles so far. I'm really loving this game though. The gaps can be wider. Yeah, well in this case the gap actually has to be wider. I tried to get it to work where I kept these 4 blocks close to each other. It doesn't work. You have to put the gap in the middle of them, which means you have to fit the 3 block here, and then the 5 block up here, and then you can see how the two blocks round out the edges to fill in this shape. Garklol says, how many puzzles have you solved? Natwaf says, tricky. Is there a way to check how many you've solved? I'm not sure. I don't really see it on the menu anywhere. Yeah, the gaps are 2 blocks wide. It's a little hard to visualize. Yeah, that was a tricky one. All right. Oh, this one is curved, but I don't think that matters. Let's check this. I'm assuming this tutorial is just telling me that the curvature doesn't matter. Yeah. Same with this one. You can go like this. Now this is interesting because on some of the earlier puzzles, I found that you're not allowed to rotate them. And I'm assuming what this is teaching me is that if the piece is curved, you can rotate it if you want to. I think that's the distinction we're learning about here. I'm usually pretty quick to pick up on stuff like this. So let's see, with these ones, we have to grab both of these somehow. And then also find a way to get to the exit. So first of all, let's do this. So this is one piece. And the one piece is real. What else can we do to make this work? How do we fit this other piece at the bottom? The problem is you can't really rotate that one in this direction. I'll show you why. Because the other one is going to be shaped. There's actually no gaps. There's no gaps to make the other one fit. When you rotate the other one, it's going to be shaped like this. And you can't fit that shape at the bottom. But what I can do is... I can't fit it here because this line is broken, so that doesn't work. What if I make it upside down? What does it look like? If I make it upside down, it looks like this. Well, hold on. If I make it upside down, it looks like... There's like no place to actually draw these shapes because of all the broken lines. I can't even like draw it just to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you draw it like this is rotated upside down. Okay, well this is easy because then the other shape just fits right on top of it. Yeah. So this is the shape rotated upside down, and this is the shape normal. So if you put these two shapes together, you get this square, which conveniently connects right to the exit. So you've got one shape here, and the other shape here. Click on the save menu, it tells you how many. Like this. Puzzles solved. Oh, sorry, 100... I can't see. 188 panels solved. Oh, it blocks the view of the stream when I do that, but it's 188, I guess, apparently. Which feels like a lot. I did not realize that I had solved that many puzzles already. But we've been walking around the map already. We found a few different areas, so I guess it's not that unexpected. Alright, is there any way to grab this shape? Probably like this. No, that doesn't work because there's a break here. Okay, so this one's going to be all about finding how to grab this shape through all the breakages. This one's not going to work, as you can see, because if you go like this, you get stuck here. You can't get out of this place. This place is trapped. This shape, we can't get up here. Maybe we grab it from here. This is a good rotation. Yes, this works. That one actually is pretty straightforward. They should have had this one earlier in the line. This really shows how you get the solution by rotating the piece. Like this right here, you can see the piece is rotated. Just looked at how many puzzles are in the witness. Ooh, how close am I? Am I far away? Is there like 1,000 or something? We can't go this way yet. Oh, you couldn't see it on your phone, that's why. I see. This... Oh, we've been here before. This is the shortcut to the boat, which made me really angry because I took the boat to this area and then I couldn't actually enter the area because we were behind all of the shortcuts. Now the shortcut's open, so now we have access to the boat. So let's see if there's any... I recognize this area right away. So now... okay, so this is still a dead end. This way, I'm pretty sure leads to a dead end. So this is the way it wants us to go. And okay, so this panel was not lit up before, so now we have access to this panel. Then there's also a puzzle over here. I'm guessing this is another rotation, so we could rotate to go over there. But that wire over there is black, so I don't want to go over there yet. I want to go where the yellow wire is telling me to go. I'm going to stay on the rails for now, because as you've seen in first and second stream, when I wander off the path, it gets very confusing. Alright, there are a lot of puzzles through this game, and Garklol really loves it. Ooh, glad to hear that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's a really great game. Seems like very popular with a lot of people. Alright, so we want to get this 4 shape. We can rotate it if we need to, so I have to keep that in mind. It's not mandatory to grab the shape this way, which we can't do it anyway, but even if we were going to, like, we don't have to draw this kind of shape. We can draw this kind of shape. I wish the cursor was a little bit faster when you're just explaining things. It doesn't work though. The run button doesn't work here. Alright, so let's try this one. So how are we going to get this piece and connect it to everything else? I have a feeling this one is gonna heavily involve doing something with this piece, like turning it on its side. And you can do that if you put... I'm not sure. I don't know. I just have a feeling it's gonna. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but I have a feeling it's gonna involve doing that. So let's think about this shape first. This shape looks like this. I could stack the other shape beside it, like this. So I could put this shape just on top of it, just over here, just for no real reason. Then we would have to put the 4 shape on top of it though. And there's no way to actually make that work because it doesn't connect here. What if I put the 4 shape on bottom? That doesn't exactly work either. Oh, hold on. I think I'm cooking here. So the 4 shape goes on bottom, but the 3 shape goes next to it. So you end up with this. Now we just have to find a way to stack the L shape on top of this. Or together with this. Which I'm not seeing how to do. 1, 2, 3, like this. This actually works, I think. Oh, the problem is I'm not actually connected to the other shapes. So I've drawn all of the shapes together, but they're not actually inside of the line, so this is not gonna work. Yeah, I was definitely overthinking that. So I gotta figure out how to get. I have to figure out how to get that shape because this shape works. I just have to figure out how to get this in a position where it's actually touching all of the pieces. Doesn't seem possible, so I don't think that's the right shape. Alright, let's overthink this for a little bit more. Okay, what if I put the 3 shape here? And then the 1 shape next to it. This doesn't work because I end up stuck in this corner no matter what I do anyway. What if I draw it from the bottom though? So, hold on. I'm getting close, So I would put the 4 shape here. No, this doesn't work. Darn, I thought I had something. Well, what if I put the 4 shape like here? Go like this. This doesn't work just because I can't connect here. I'm struggling again. We hit another wall. This game has a lot of walls. You're gonna keep hitting walls, so you just have to find a way to break through them. Okay, what was wrong with this shape? This shape at its core seems to somewhat work. So what I need to do is find a way to stack the other shapes on top of this in a way that lets me get to the gate and pick up everything else. How do I do that? Well, hold on a second. This works. Is there a way to... There's no way to draw the other shape on top of this, or below this though, but maybe I can put the 3 shapes somewhere else. So what if I put the 3 shape here, like this? That's not quite it, but I think I'm getting close. Where does the 4 shape need to actually go, so that it can Okay, so hold on. I'll move the 3 shape over again. So I'll move the 3 shape here, and then grab this. The problem is we hit a wall here, so this doesn't quite work. What if I move the 3 shape over one more? Okay, hold on. I've got another idea. It's a crazy idea, but it might work. Go like this. We've got that. Then we go like this. This is not quite it, but it's getting very close. So we're going to have 4 here. 3 shape can go here, but we can't get back up, so that's not quite it. This is like almost it, but it's not. It doesn't contain the whole 3 shape, or rather, it doesn't have room for 6 dots on the top row. And then this, the problem is, we have 5 dots on the top row when we only need 4. Is there any other way to do this? You say that gap is bugging you. Garklool says I'm close. I feel like I'm close. I'm not quite figuring it out. Is there a way to connect these shapes any better? What if I move the 3 shape over like I was trying to do before? So the problem now is it doesn't see this piece is now in the way. So I'd have to do it over here. But this doesn't work because I can't wrap all the way back around. I think this part is right. So what if I put the 4 shape here? That doesn't quite work either. I run out of space. Okay, what if I put the 4 shape here? That doesn't work either. Because there's no way for me to actually grab the 4 shape. I think we hit a dead end again. I'm 1 tile off. Can the 3 be rotated? Oh, I see. I have to rotate the 3. That's right. That's right. So what I do is I rotate the 3 into this position. So this is actually valid. I just didn't realize it. Yeah, so the 4 is here, and then the 3 is rotated here. It's in this place here. So you can actually fit this here. I just wasn't doing it correctly. Aha! Ha ha ha. And then more importantly, I think this is teaching us that you can break pieces off. You can link all the blocks together, but you can also separate them into separate sections, and that works too. Yeah. Thank you guys. If it's taking me 5 minutes to solve a puzzle, feel free to offer up hints. I don't mind at all. Don't tell me the solution right away, of course, but if I'm sitting there for 5 minutes trying to figure out how to rotate one block, it's usually a sign that I need some help. All right. So here, at some point in time, we need to fit 4 across the bottom and 1 up. And then we've also got some weird displaced blocks, which can go... I mean, technically, they could go here. Yes. And then we need to find a way to fit the 3 shape in. But it can be rotated. Does that work to our advantage in any way? I'm not quite seeing it yet, but I'm sure it's possible. Okay. What if we do this? Then we grab the 4 shape here. This doesn't work because this 2 pieces is out of position. Okay, what if we grab what if we grab this with the 4 shape? Then we stack the 3 shape on top of it. No, because I'm not going to be able to grab both of these. Let's see. There's a solution here somewhere. What if we do this? And then we build out from here. The problem is we need to find a way to make the dot shape and the 3 shape play well together. And how do we do that? Plus we need to actually pick up this over here at some point in time. We could take the 2 block and put it here. But then the 3 block would have to go here, and that doesn't quite work. Not only do we get trapped, but we actually still don't pick up the piece that we need. Alright, let's try a new shape. Oh god, here's the 2 diagonal shape. The what? Yeah, this... I have a feeling this one's heavily... So he's talking about this shape here. Where you have 2 squares and they're like diagonal to each other. And you have to find some way to fit, like, you have to find some way to fit these in with the other pieces, which can be a little bit tricky. Hold on. I think I've got something. I think I'm getting something. I'm not quite there yet, but I'm getting something. It has to do with the fact that you can rotate this shape. So for example, you could do this. You can stack it on top of the triangle piece this way by rotating it slightly to the left. And I feel like that's going to be important at some point. There's other things we can do with this shape too. We can rotate this shape itself. Maybe into the corner, the bottom right corner. Because that would pick up a lot of the shapes if we move this into the bottom right corner. So it looks something like this. It's really tough to visualize, but it looks something like this. Like that? No, that's not quite it. You're gonna have the triangle, and then you're gonna have this shape here. This isn't it. This is not it, but it's something though. So this shape right here has a problem in that it's kind of like it's boxed too far into the corner. What if we rotate it upside down? So you've got 3 at the base, 1 in the middle, and then you have a dot shape that extends outwards like this. I mean, you can put this here, but it doesn't connect to anything else. You could put the 4 shape underneath it, like this, and this fits everything, but it doesn't actually pick up the 4 shape. So we need to find a way to move this over into a position where it picks up the 4 shape. I think this is the solution. I think I just have to put it in the right spot. Although I'm not seeing a way for this shape to pick up all of the dots, so I don't think this is the solution. You can visualize, no matter how I rotate this shape, there's no way to get it to pick up all of the dots. So I don't think this is it. I don't think this is the shape. Is there any other way we can make this work? So what we need is a shape that goes 4 up on the side or 3 up in the middle. Or actually 4 up. Yeah, 4 up. 4 up on the side, 4 up in the middle, or 3 up on the right. 3 up on the right doesn't feel possible, but maybe it is if we put the triangle shape on the right-hand side. So let's try that. Let's put the triangle shape over here, like this. Then we stack the dots onto it. I think we tried this already, but I'm going to do it anyway, just to demonstrate my thought process. Like this. And then you put, oh, hold on, and then you put the 4 shape inside here. This is almost correct. Does this fit everything? Yeah, this actually fits everything. Which is good, because I think I can rotate this shape. This fits everything, but it doesn't pick up the triangle. However, I think I can rotate this shape. But it won't work, because it won't pick up the... I'll show you. It's annoying. This shape works, but it doesn't... I don't even think this is the shape anymore. I might have actually messed it up. But either way, even if I rotated it this way, it wouldn't pick up the triangle piece. So let me see if there's any way to get 4 high on the left-hand side. Let's try doing it with the triangle first. So like this, and then we put the dots next to the triangle. Then we go like, oh, you know what? This is way more straightforward than I was making it. And then you just go like this to grab this. This was so simple. That was so much easier than I was making it. You just put the triangle over here with the 2 dots, and then you use... I was trying to connect everything together. That was the problem. And then you use a separate piece to come down here and pick up this piece. Oh my gosh, that was so... That was probably the easiest puzzle that I've struggled that much on, if that sentence makes sense. Natoff is heading back to lunch. He'll still have the stream open, but he won't be able to hear me. Okay, no worries about that. This is a very visual game anyway to begin with. You don't really need to hear my yapping to enjoy it. Alright, we've got a huge brick shape, and then we've got two shapes that they can't really connect to each other to make a brick shape, but they can make a weird shape. They can make a shape like this, and then the other piece would be. They don't really fit together when you rotate them. They make like a weird shape. So I'm thinking maybe you're not meant to piece them together. I think maybe the game wants me to separate them. So let's put the 3 shape here. And then I don't think this is gonna work because I'd have to stack this on top. And once I do that, I'm pretty much boxed into the corner. Because there's no longer gonna be any real way to pick up this shape because of this spot right here. So I don't think this is a solution, and that makes sense because most of these involve rotating the shape to some extent. So what if we put this next to the square, like this? Is there now a way to pick up this shape? Doesn't look to be the case, but it doesn't seem like this works quite the way I want it to. Oh, by the way, I'm not actually even picking up this shape, so it doesn't matter. Okay, what if I put this shape on top? That doesn't work either. Okay, hold on. I'm figuring something out. I'm just not quite there yet. We're gonna rotate these. Okay, what if I put the square over here? Then I put the L shape beside it over here. It doesn't actually work. So that's a problem in my life right now. Put the square here. And then it doesn't actually work. Okay. There's only really a few ways to actually grab this square shape, so it really limits your entry into the puzzle. I have to keep that in mind. The ways that we can enter this puzzle are pretty limited. Furthermore, I think you have to grab this piece with the square piece. I think there's no way around that. Okay, so what if we do this? We're almost there. I think what we can do is we can grab this piece and attach it. I think that's not quite it. I think I'm missing one piece. Oh, hold on. No, this is it. This is it. No, it's not it. Okay, why is that not it? Let me think. This is the square piece. This is this piece. And this is this piece. Oh, I understand. The game is teaching me something very important, which I actually speculated on this earlier. It's because this square piece right here is not tilted. If this square piece was tilted, that would be a valid solution. But because this square piece is upright, I have to draw it upright. So it has to be drawn in this shape. That's very, very important. Okay, so let's try this again. Let me see if I can grab this. I can't grab it that way. I can't grab it this way. Oh, hold on. I can grab it this way, though. Okay, I think this contains everything. Let me try to visualize it. I have the square shape. No, this doesn't work because there's pieces in the corner that don't belong. This would work, but it doesn't pick up the square on the right-hand side. It has the correct shape, but it's not in the correct space. Hey, Brain Control. Thanks for stopping by. You don't have your volume on right now, so you don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying hello to you. Hold on, I'll wave in the chat as well. Hey, Brain Control. I finally noticed. Yeah, I was thinking about this puzzle for a really long time, and I just noticed that you have to draw this square in the upright position. So let's see if there's a way to do that. I'm going to try putting this shape here. That doesn't quite work, but goodness, how do I get this to work? You have to do something. Okay, so hold on. What if I put... Let me just speculate that I'm going to eventually get this shape into the bottom corner. So how do we build on top of this in a way that lets us pick up everything that we're trying to pick up? So we could put the next piece here. That doesn't quite work. Because it would actually be like this, which doesn't grab this doesn't grab the square that I want it to grab. Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. Hold on. We can put these two pieces together. Like this. Yes, we can. Okay, I thought you couldn't lock these two pieces together when you rotate them, but you can actually do this. And then you would just put the round piece on top, like this. But then we run into the same problem where we're not actually picking up all of this. We're not picking up this square here. We need to grab this square somehow. This is not going to work. Because this stupid piece is... It's, again, we have the right shape. We just can't get it in the right position. You have this on mute, so you can't hear me. Yeah, I know. It's all good. Alright. Yeah, I think I've almost got it. I'm just not quite in the right position yet. Okay, so hold on. What if we take this shape and move it over here? No, that doesn't work because you would end up with something like this. Hold on. I think I'm figuring it out. Once again, this shape works, but it doesn't contain all of the shapes. How do we pick up that other shape? That's the part I'm really struggling with. How do you actually grab that other shape? This doesn't work because it's not rotated in the right direction. This doesn't work because there's a gap in the way. This doesn't work. There's another gap in the way. Okay, what if I put one of the L's underneath? And then the like here, and then put the 6 square on top of it, like here. I think we'd end up with the dots on the outside of the map if we drew it this way. It's very close. It would look something like this. In fact, this doesn't even work. So you go 1, 2, 3. You'd have this here. You'd have 6 dots on top of it. So you've got this shape. And then you'd need to fit another square shape somewhere in here. Which might be possible. Hold on a second. Go like this. No, this doesn't work. I feel like I was so close with that one, other than the fact that I'm still not grabbing the pieces that I need to grab. You go like this, you put this other piece here, then you put this piece here, then you put the 6 square on top of everything. I think this is it. I think this is it. It doesn't have to go all around it. That would actually not work, the amount of pieces. Let's see. I'm just kind of talking my way through the solutions, although you can't hear me explaining this, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I think this works because I think you've got the L shapes stacked together in the bottom left, and then the square is sitting on top of them, and it's also in the right orientation. That works, yeah. So what we did was we took this here, piece here, and then square on top. And then it draws right into the top right. Okay, this one's already giving me anxiety. You don't have to do it. This works, yeah. Oh, goodness. Alright. So, got our L shape here, and then we've got a bunch of random dots that we need to connect to the outside of it. Plus, I have a feeling this is not going to be drawn in the way that I want it to be drawn. So let me think about these dots and how they line up. You could use them to just make a 6 square. If you do that, hold on. If you use the dots to make a 6 square, you end up with this. So you use the dots, you've got a 6 square that looks like this. Then you would also want this piece to go around here. Problem being, this cuts off your path to the top right corner, but I'm kind of theory crafting right now. Then you just have to put the dot on top of everything, which actually the dot can be in its own separate section, so I think this actually works just as is, just the way I've drawn it. This one is way more straightforward. Yeah, there you go. So you've got your 3 dots like this, your 3 dots like this, and then your L shape here, and then the other dot just goes right up top. And then this line, the 3 blocks are really weird. Garklol says they've never seen anyone solve puzzles this way, but he's going to BRB. Yeah, the way I solve puzzles, I usually just draw the cursor on the map, and I try to fit the shapes one at a time, and then I try to put them all together at the end. Another thing I was doing earlier is just counting the number of dots, like this is 4 dots. So I'm just thinking, like, how do I fit 4 dots somewhere on the map? It's like a very mathematical way of solving it, if you think about it. Alright, so this opens up the cellar. Huh, well, hold on a second. Does this do anything for me yet? This path over here? That path over there is also lit up. So we actually got 2 different ways to go now. We can go over there, or we can go down here. So we kind of have to make a choice. I'm going to go downstairs first and just see what's down here. Oh, this I don't know how to solve. So I'm going to come back here later. I don't know how to do this. I do not know how to do this. I mean, I guess I could draw a square around it. That seems like it would make sense. Does that do anything? No. Okay, I'm going to come back here later. I don't know how to do that. I like how the puzzles from different areas end up connecting with the puzzles from the earlier areas. All right, so what we have to do is black, blue, purple, red. Okay, so we have to line this up with the purple. So we're gonna go like this. It's gonna look something like, hold on, where are we now? Actually, it doesn't matter where we are now. We just need to get it to attach to the purple. So you go like this. Does this work? It doesn't work because it doesn't actually go into a corner piece. It doesn't actually go into where the solution is. But I can do it though. I just have to use my brain, which is hard. Because my brain is stupid. I think this works. It doesn't work because I didn't grab which dot. Stop blinking so I can see. I have to grab the black dot. Okay. So what about... This one's actually harder than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be a straightforward puzzle just to rotate the bridge. But you have to actually think about what you're doing here. Okay. But I have to get it to connect to the purple. Well, what happens if I just do this? Put a dot here. This is way harder than I thought. Okay, hold on. Let me start drawing from this corner. Maybe this is the problem. So we're going to go like this. We're going to grab this dot on the bottom, because apparently this black dots are mandatory. Have to keep that in mind. But then the blue dot... Okay, hold on. I've got it. I'm doing it correctly. You have to grab all the dots no matter what color they are. That's the part I didn't understand. But if I just grab these dots like this works. There you go. You only need the boat to get to Tetris Land. Is Tetris Land supposed to be a later area? How did I get to Tetris Land so quick? This is the third stream. Oh, hold on, we're gonna answer that in the chat. Yeah, so that's the reason why I'm in Tetris area already. Oops. This thing is like, they really love to rotate this thing nice and slow, huh? Yeah, it takes time to move around. We're just figuring out how to solve these rotating bridge puzzles. But we got it, so now we've got the path over here opened up. There's also a dead end over here. Maybe there's a way to lift this platform, I'm not sure. Okay, well, let's hope this basement leads to a puzzle we know how to solve. The other basement had puzzles in it, but I didn't know how to solve them. Yeah, this is the third stream. How many areas have I completed? I've done... Hold on a second. I've done 188 puzzles last time I checked. So we're a little bit of the ways into the game, but we're not quite as far. We went into the other basement, but I didn't know how to solve the puzzles there. How many areas have I completed? I think I might have completed one area, but there's a lot of other areas where we solved, like, maybe half of the puzzles, or we got into, like, you know, we got towards the end, but then I got stuck. So I decided to just head to a different area. We kind of been bouncing around between areas. I'm going to go back later and get all the hard puzzles at the end, I suppose. There might be one area that I did complete fully. I think I completed the one with, like, the mirror puzzles. I did all of the mirror puzzles before I left that area already. Which reminds me, when I was there, I noticed stuff like this. Like, you can draw a line through here. This doesn't seem to work, but it might work if I light up the screen, perhaps. When I was in the mirror land, I noticed there was, like, stuff in the background that had these shapes where you can draw through these puzzles, but I haven't found a lot of them so far. All right, I'm gonna count these blocks really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. And I've got my calculator with me at all times. 6 times 5 should be 30. So all we need to do is draw a shape where 2 of the pieces are missing, and it grabs all of the other pieces. So this should be all 28 pieces with 2 pieces missing. It doesn't work, okay. The problem is that the 2-piece gap needs to be in a specific spot. But this is the mathematical solution right here. 28 out of 30 squares. Filled up somehow. In a way that picks up all of the pieces. So I'm just going to guess and check until math solves the problem for me. Okay. Math is not solving the problem for me the way that I was wishing that it would. There's too many solutions. There's too many potential solutions to guess and check, so I think we have to start thinking about how to fit the pieces together, unfortunately. The guess and check is not going to work on this one. I wish that it would, because that would have been really awesome. You had the game, but you had the game and you only beat one area, but you played it one day for like 2 hours. The circles need to be filled with yellow first before you can use them as puzzles. Yeah, I know that. All right, so it's time to stack them up. Really, like real Tetris time. So we got these 2 pieces on the bottom. Got this piece on the side over here. We're gonna grab these. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna get this piece on top. We're gonna get... And this is where I think we're hitting a dead end, because there's no way to grab this piece anymore with the shape in the way that we've drawn it. So we've got this shape here, but we cannot grab the zigzag shape with what we've currently got, I don't think. No, it doesn't work. Because then, if we grab this, there's no way to grab the 4 shape. So this is not the solution. So we have to start somewhere else. To start a different way. So let's try this way. So let's think about this square here. We have to find a way to get this square connected to everything else. What if I put that square all the way... I'm really hating the fact that the game wants me to do this, but I think this square needs to go over here. The zigzag shape is also going to be one of the toughest ones to place. So let's place the square shape here, and then the zigzag shape can go on top of it, like this. Then we have the L shape, which we're going to put here. The problem is there's nothing that we can fit into this gap, so this isn't correct. This doesn't work. Let's see. Environmental puzzles. Yeah. Seems like both Brain Control and Natwaf came up with the environmental puzzles. 28 blocks must be placed in a 30 square grid. Yeah, so I found out the mathematical solution. The problem is the two missing blocks. There's so many places where they could go. They can go here. They can go up here. They could go up here. They could go up here. They could go up here. I would have to guess and check like 15 different solutions, and I think it would be faster to just solve the actual puzzle first. Just by trying to actually stack the Tetris blocks. Alright, let's see. What if we put the 4-piece on the... Oh, we can't... Okay, hold on. We cannot rotate these. This is very important. I just noticed. We cannot rotate these. So keep that in mind. So these cannot be rotated. Okay. What if we put the 3-piece here? The fact that these can't be rotated actually heavily limits the number of solutions, which actually might work in my favor. So we've got this. What can we put next to it? Is there any two shapes that we can put next to it that actually like fill in this gap? So we would have this zigzag here, and then the 3 shape would go here, and then the other zigzag would go here. So we've got this shape filled in so far, with all of the pieces on the bottom of the map. The problem with this shape is that this spot in the corner ends up being isolated. There's no way to get like a good piece over here in the corner. We would go like this. Yeah, this doesn't work. This feels like the final boss puzzle of this area. This one's tough. Alright, is there any way... Is there anything that we haven't tried yet? I feel like these zigzag shapes are the most difficult parts. We have to find a way to make it so that the two missing pieces are on the edge of the puzzle in a spot that can allow everything else to stack around them. And these pieces, because they can't be rotated, they have to fit into the puzzle in a very awkward way. So how do we do that? I think we tried this already, but I'm going to try it again. So go like this, and then the other zigzag puzzle is going to go here, and then the other one is going to go here. I think this is how we started last time. So the issue with this solution that we ran into is that we ended up having the other pieces boxed into the corner. Okay, so hold on. What if... So we would have to put this curved shape on top here, like this. Then the square would go here, so it would look like this. Problem is, we've already run out of tiles to fill in these gaps. Plus, I have to remember I'm not actually allowed to rotate these. So hold on, we haven't used the 4-piece yet. So the 4-piece would go here. And then this piece would go beside it. So the solution would look like this. That was it. Yeah. I'm going to break this down one piece at a time just so everyone can see what I actually did there. So this piece here is on top, like this. This piece here is actually above itself. It's over here. Or no, sorry, the 4 pieces here. The square was beside it here. The square actually goes right here. The 3-piece goes at the bottom here. The zigzag goes here. The other zigzag goes here. And then this piece here got moved all the way over here. So the key piece was displacing this piece onto the right-hand side to grab the vertical shaft, and then moving the vertical shaft over to the left side to grab this piece. And importantly, the 2 pieces that were left out of the puzzle are separate from each other. I was trying solutions where these 2 pieces were side by side, but the trick is actually to isolate the non-line segments into the corners. Okay, so what does this do for us? These gaps are still orange. They still haven't turned yellow. This is not a puzzle. It feels like this didn't do anything. Well, let's go upstairs and see if it did anything, I suppose. Was there a dead end somewhere over here? Maybe like around here? Not really. What about over here? It didn't open up anything over here. I'm a little confused about what that actually accomplished. Does anyone know? The color of the right one changed. Oh, it's literally... Gark says nothing. It's just a fun challenge. Brain says the right one can be used as environmental puzzle. No, I don't think so. This is still orange. This is not yellow. Maybe if I... Oh. You have to really go like this to make it turn yellow. That doesn't really work. This maybe. Not really. Yeah, these are not yellow yet. Well, maybe if it's orange. No, that doesn't work. And these are still blocked off. So this was just like just a puzzle just for satisfaction, I suppose. All right. Well, we can't get into that basement yet. Are there any other alternate paths around here that we haven't taken? I'm not really seeing any. Although I never went. I don't think I went up there before. Let me see if I can get over there somehow. So I want to connect to the black square. How do we connect to the black square? Maybe like this. Gotta turn this platform all the way around and then maybe backtrack and see if there's a alternate path that we missed. Oh, you said go to blue to progress? Hold on, I'm gonna have to turn this thing again. Yeah, I'm not seeing what you saw, brain control. Hold on, can I do this? Oh, but hold on, am I gonna get stuck here? If I step off the platform while it's rotating? I'm kind of afraid to do that. I'm gonna have to turn this thing back around, hold on. Maybe I can do it right now. Like this. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for this whole thing to rotate around again. Oh, the platform would rotate back. I wish I had known that. I would have stepped off while it was rotating. Now we have to wait for this whole thing. We have to wait for the whole song and dance again. Alright, I'm gonna go explore the blue section, but if I can't find anything, I'm gonna have to come back. Oh my god, it's going all the way around. No. Alright, let's live with it. Yeah, see, okay, so I've gotten 3 lights. I don't know if a light means the area is fully solved, because all of the areas that I've been to, there's one area that I've completely solved, and then the other 2 areas, I feel like I left parts of them unsolved. So even though I've got 3 of these lights, I don't think I've actually fully solved 3 areas. I've only fully solved 1 area. Alright, so here's the problem with the blue section. This basement has a puzzle that I don't know how to solve, unless, is it trying to teach me the rules? What is this, what does this blue square mean? That's the problem. I don't know what the blue square means. And I don't want to just guess and check. I want to, like, actually know the rules. But the thing I don't understand is, like, are they teaching me the rules here, or am I supposed to learn these rules in another place? That's the part I'm not grasping. Because, okay, so this is kind of like if I'm guessing correctly, this is kind of like a nullifier, like what we saw in the other ones. So this cancels out 2 squares. So what we have to do is 2 squares, and then 2 squares are canceled out. I should have just done this earlier. I thought that this was a puzzle I was supposed to learn by going to a different area, so I just walked away, like right away. But now I'm seeing I could have figured this out pretty quickly. This one, we've got a nullifier in the bottom right corner. Oh, hold on, but we have to actually pick up the nullifier. That's important. Like this. So the nullifier is actually inside of the shape. The reason I'm getting these puzzles really fast is because we already did puzzles that have like a nullifier in them in another section that we did in the previous stream, which I really love. Those are like my favorite puzzles so far. Okay, so here we've got 4x4 blocks. All we need to do is just make it so that 2 squares are missing from the overall shape. This is a mathematical solution, so you just add up the number of squares and then you just remove 2 from them. This one, we need a square around the perimeter with a broken chain. Excuse me, with a break in the chain. So how do we put a break in the chain? Well, first of all, how do we actually get a square in the perimeter that allows us to connect to this? Maybe like so. Oops. The only problem with this solution is that we can't actually get over to the perimeter this way. Yeah, we end up with... Plus, we don't actually pick up the shape that we're trying to grab. Maybe we leave out this corner? I'm not sure how that would help, because we'd end up with the same problem. In that, yeah, we still can't pass through here. So how do we do this? How do we make this square disappear? Maybe something like this? Okay, yeah, this seems to be the solution. Does this work? Oh, hold on. This isn't quite correct, but it's very close. It would actually look like this. So then you nullify this square. I think it might actually have more than one solution, but this works. Okay, so what does this do? This activates a blue wire that heads upstairs. Okay, so we're making progress finally. And the blue wire goes over there. Okay, hold on. I'm not going to go over there yet. There's one thing I want to check while I'm already over here before I rotate all these platforms. And that is... this still can't take me anywhere. And this, I don't remember what this leads to, so I want to check. Because the last time I came here, I hadn't figured out how to solve the Tetris puzzles yet. I came here using the boat, and then I got stuck, thinking this was a dead end. But if there's a Tetris puzzle over here that I can solve, then I actually know the rules now. Oh, I've already done it. This is a shortcut coming from the other direction. Okay, I'm a fool. But hold on, we don't need to rotate the platforms in that case, because we're already... Yeah, so the blue wire leads over here, so we're actually in the spot where we're supposed to be. So that detour was worth it. So the blue wire comes all the way across here and leads to a new basement down here. Alright. Now we got a little pink wire. This feels like it's solvable, but it is not. So I guess with these ones, you have to line them up to like a very specific spot to get them to work. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not getting these ones, but they're not super important to solve. I'm just going to solve them later. Okay, this does something important. I don't know what it does yet, but I know it does something important. Probably controls some of the platforms upstairs. Sometimes the minus square is conveniently there just so you can draw the yellow square. Natswap says he can't actually see the blue square on his phone without zooming in. Oh, sorry. Hello, Tylo. Thanks for joining the stream. Sorry about not noticing right away. I was pretty focused on the puzzle solving. Thanks for stopping by. Check the other side of the room. You think you saw a screen? Yeah, there's puzzles over here. I was just kind of stopping to read chat and stuff. Alright. So, we're going to draw this shape with this shape on top of it with a minus square, cutting one of the shapes out. I think this works because it nullifies... so now we have 7 squares in an 8 square space, but we're nullifying one of the squares. So that should work. Now we have to fit 6 squares in, so we'd go like, oh, hold on, but we have to actually catch this shape. So we'd go like this, 4. So this is 5 squares, but we need to catch 6 squares. So we need to go like this. I don't know if this works. This might work, but it might not. This feels like it doesn't work. I'm gonna try it though. So we're cutting one end off the top shape, and we're cutting 1 square off the left, and we're cutting 1 square off the bottom. And this does work. Okay. Welcome to the weird behavior of imagine of the minus square. Brain control says important information. The shape of the minus square is the shape you're subtracting. The shape of the minus square is the shape you're subtracting. So I guess there's probably bigger minus squares later. Your headphones died. Okay. So we've got a zigzag shape here. And we have to connect 3 squares to it. Which we can... Or we can cut off part of the zigzag shape as well. We can do that. So let's think about that. So what if we do this? This is not quite correct, but I think I've got the right idea. I can cut off any of these edges that are like difficult to build into it. So I could go like this. The problem with this shape is it doesn't actually include the minus square. Let's see. What if I change the position of the shapes? So we've got the 4 square here. So we'd actually do it this way. We've got the 4 square here, and then the sides, the bent square here, and we cut off the bottom left square. Nope, that doesn't work. Why not? It's because I rotated this. I'm not allowed to rotate this piece because it's not on its side. That would be a valid solution if I could rotate the pieces. I cannot rotate the pieces, so I have to be very careful about that. What I can do is something like this. Same logic applies. I'm just cutting off the top right square. Yeah, so this square gets cut off because normally this would be a zigzag shape. And we just cut off this square. So now this is what brain control was saying. Yeah, shapes that are askew you can rotate, but shapes that are like in a fixed direction you're not allowed to rotate. That's correct. So now this is what brain control was talking about. The 4 dots here mean that I have to remove not just 4 dots, but I have to remove a square from the finished shape. Which I think there's probably a couple ways to do that. So first of all, I can do this. That doesn't quite work. Let me think about it a little bit more. So the problem with this one is I have to kind of imagine things happening like outside of the grid. And as you've probably noticed, I really solve these puzzles by drawing inside of the grid. So that's going to be the tricky part for me. Okay. And I have to think about the fact that I need to erase 4 squares from this. Well, what I could do, let me just erase the squares from the edge of these. Let me connect these 2 pieces together and erase them. So what we end up with is... I'm not 100% sure if this works, but what we end up with is 2 by 2 squares. No, that doesn't work at all. Wow, this one's really throwing me. I can't even think about how to start solving this one. Yeah, here's the hard to imagine one, says Garklol. I'm feeling that so hard right now. This one is tricky. So I think with this one, got a lot of stuff to keep in mind. Okay, so hold on. Let me try to do it like as if I'm doing it without the eraser. So I would grab this here, but obviously that doesn't work. I've got this here. Then we would have this here. Kind of like this, but with the middle square missing. Oh my god. This is... oh. These puzzles are destroying me. You have to really imagine, like... the minus square has to be in the container with the yellows. Yeah, I know, I'm just drawing on it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna let brain control know this, because... drawing on the canvas while talking my way through the solutions. Oops. Thumbs up, not thumbs down. Yeah. So... the other way to get this to work... I think would be to connect this shape and this shape together and have the blue square nullify the point where they connect. So you would start by having this shape here. This doesn't work. The tricky thing about this one is actually getting the blue square to connect to everything else. So could we fit this square somehow? You could have 2 at the bottom and 2 on the right. This sort of works. So you'd have 2 on the bottom, 2 on the right. This only works if the square doesn't need to be in a specific position. Yeah, this doesn't work. Oh, it's also because I actually am not picking up this shape. That's kind of important. I have to actually pick up this shape. Is there anything similar to that which could potentially work? Something like this. So we put the 2 here, the 4 here. And then the other 2 on bottom. But then I'm not grabbing this shape. I need to grab this shape as well. How do I do that? Good question. What is this? Does this match anything? This is pretty close. This works if the nullifier doesn't have to nullify all of the squares, but I think it has to nullify all of the squares. Yeah, this doesn't work. Okay, we're getting close, I feel, perhaps. This is one of the hardest puzzles, I gotta say. So what if we do this? We stack the other piece on top. Then we remove the 4 square from the middle. And we put the other square around it. Can this work? Is there any way that this can work? Let me draw it on my sheet. Actually, I can't do that because I put my pen somewhere else. Okay, hold on. Let me try to visualize it for a second, and then I'm gonna have to go get my pen if I can't figure this out. So if I erase that middle square, we're gonna end up with something like this. Now, can I connect this using this shape, which I think is valid? The only question is, does this obey the rules? It doesn't, and the reason I'm guessing is because these pieces all need to be under the same line. So I had the shapes correct, I had the square in the right spot. Hold on, I didn't have the square in the right spot because I wasn't nullifying the right. Let me do that again. I wasn't... No, so the nullifier is in the middle here, which actually means there's no space. No, this is wrong. Hold on. Oh boy. This is a deadly puzzle. This is a deadly puzzle. How in the world do you solve this? We might have to come back to this one later. I'm not getting this. I'm not getting it even close to this solution. Unless somebody on chat, if somebody in chat wants to give a hint, I don't mind, but I don't think I'm getting this one anytime soon. Especially with, I don't have my pen with me. I'm gonna have to go grab that soon. Well, honestly, this is probably gonna be a short stream anyway, so I might not even be worth it to go grab the pen, considering how late it already is. I feel like I was onto something and I couldn't quite deliver. Okay, what if we stack? Yeah, brain control can't figure it out either. Bottom right, top right, top left. Doesn't work. This area's idea is actually about overlapping tiles. Okay, so let's think about it that way. Let's think about it that way. So what if we put the tiles on top of each other and then nullify either one or two layers of the overlap? I think that's a really good place to start. That's a really good hint. Natwaf is back. He has sounds on. Natwaf, we've been on this puzzle for like 15 minutes, I swear. I don't even know. But Garklol just gave me a really good hint. That's so what I want to try to do is overlap these shapes on top of each other and then use the square to remove one layer of the overlapping. So this puzzle is more about building +1 and +2 areas. So if I put these shapes here, there's going to be a +2 in the bottom. And that doesn't quite work for what we're trying to do. But it's a good start. It's a good start to think about what I'm attempting. If I go like this, does this do anything for me? I can cancel out this shape here. Hold on. That doesn't work. This might work. So let me see what this looks like really quick. No, I'd want to pick up this shape as well. Let me see what happens if I do this, if I can fit these shapes anywhere in here. I'm not quite seeing how this would work. I'm gonna try it. This is 100% a guess and check solution. No, of course that's not right. I understand what I think I understand what I'm attempting to do, but like my brain is not capable of doing it. Hold on, I have markers. I don't have my pen, but I have markers. I'm gonna do it with a marker, I don't care. Okay, so what we have, if you overlap these shapes, I don't know, I'm still kind of not understanding how, like, I'm not understanding at what point am I supposed to overlap them. You think you get it, but you're not sure if it's correct. You can tell me what you have in mind. I will attempt it. I don't mind, at this point, getting some viewer input, because I'm clearly stumped by this one. So if I overlap these pieces, it looks like this. And this section would get nullified. The problem is that just leaves me with two squares that are far away from each other. Left goes right and right goes left. Maybe sometimes you just gotta imagine some shapes swapping places. Alright. I mean, we've done shapes that we swapped before. So you go like this. You end up with this shape. Let me see what overlap this gives me. So you got this. Plus this. This gives +2 to all the middle sections, so the entire middle gets wiped out. Then you need to fit the 4 shape in here somehow, which would go on top of these and touch the solution. So this touches the solution and it captures all the squares. The problem is, I think I tried something like this already, but it didn't work because all of the pieces weren't underneath the same line. Yeah, see, because this piece is isolated from the rest, so this doesn't exactly work. Garkle has to go. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. But yeah, this should, like, this works technically. Like, this captures all of the pieces, but they're not all underneath the same line, so it doesn't work. And you have the square nullifier over there in the corner. Is there a way to make this work and make everything connect? That's the question. Hold on a second. I think I just understood what I'm missing. This section in the middle is a +2, which means it gets nullified, but there's still a layer remaining, which means this is actually here. No, it doesn't work. Okay. If that's the case, then I have no idea what I'm doing. I genuinely have no idea what I'm doing. That seems like it should work, because you should have 1 here, 2 here, which gets nullified by the square, 1 here, and then 1 in all of these squares left behind. This seems like it should work, if you're allowed to stack the pieces. So maybe stacking doesn't work. Yeah, alright, we're gonna head to a different area. We'll come back to this later. There's still areas that we haven't even looked at yet. Let's go back. I'm going to try to go look at an area that I haven't explored yet and just find a new type of puzzle, because I am a fool and I cannot solve these puzzles. Wish you could just jump across here. That water is really grimy looking, by the way. We definitely hit a wall at that puzzle. We're going to have to come back to that one when my IQ increases a little bit, when I get a little bit smarter. I probably should have looked at the boat first so I could check and see like where the other places are that we haven't found yet. But the island is actually not as big as it seems. Like once you start actually looking around, oh, hold on, there's something way over there that I haven't accessed yet. Let me see if I can get over there. I might be able to actually get over here now. This area used to be blocked off. Or it was like a puzzle that I didn't know how to solve. Oh, okay, it's a place that I can't get through. But it leads... Oh, hold on, there's something up here. Oh, my nose is starting to get stuffy. Where's my water? Let me get a long drink of water so we can stream for a little bit longer today. I want to at least go find one more area. Brain control is going to do a BRB, no problem. Lurk when you wish to. Either way, it's nice to have you here. Ooh, I feel like there's going to be something up here that we can look at. Let me know if you see anything that looks like a puzzle. Huh. I actually don't see anything. It's a little disappointing. I thought there would for sure be a puzzle up here. Well, maybe I have to go over to the ledge to see it. Oh, here we go. I see something round. Not really, it just leads out into the ocean. Maybe that is nothing. Okay, what's over here? We haven't explored this area yet. This... I think this is one of the dead ends. Yeah, so we're gonna have to come back here later. But let's keep exploring the other path, see if that leads anywhere. Oh, there's nothing down here. Can I go down here? No, I can't. I'll go down there eventually, I suppose. Alright, let's see if this leads anywhere. Honestly, if this game had, like, any option for fast travel other than the boat, it would be pretty goated. Look, this seems like a puzzle, but it doesn't lead anywhere. Like right there, coming out of there. It's like the start of a puzzle. Maybe I have to line this up like, aha. Intelligence +1. Doesn't work though. Apparently these environmental puzzles can be really finicky, like you have to be standing in the exact right spot, which I'm not good at doing. If I can't get it to work, I'm just gonna go do something else. Yeah, I mean, we can come back to this eventually. Like this would be it, but it's not it. We'll come back to that eventually. Let's keep climbing. We're kind of climbing up the mountain finally. I haven't been to the mountain yet. Ooh, there's stuff over there too. And stuff up here. Just a tree, actually. Ooh. Probably cannot climb the tree. Oh, you can climb the tree. Interesting. I don't know if I'm supposed to go up here yet. There's like a few areas I haven't even looked at. Maybe Tetris Land is too hard and too slow. It has to be a perfect circle. Also, it will have particle effects when you press it. Oh yeah, I noticed that before. That's why I was kind of mashing the button. I was checking to see if I could get the particle effects to trigger. But yeah, I have no problem quitting. Like, if I'm struggling with an area. Here we go. This is an obvious one. If I'm struggling with an area, I can just, like, quit and come back later. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm not that stubborn. Like, I don't have to sit there and solve the same puzzle for 30 minutes until I get it. Alright, let's see if we see anything else. Maybe you can get a better view up here. Nope, still nothing. It has to be a perfect circle. That's a perfect circle. It doesn't connect to anything. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anything over there? I feel like there's areas that we haven't explored yet. Alright. Oh, okay, so what's up here? People turned into statues. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if maybe this box is what turned everyone into statues. This guy was maybe okay, so this guy was like overseeing the project. These guys were carrying the box. And then these people over here were arguing about it. And then the box turned everyone into statues. By the way, I saw that there's another puzzle over here. Yeah. Doesn't do anything. It's the same shape as the river. I think this is just supposed to get you to notice the river if you haven't noticed it already. But I already noticed it a long time ago. Well, not the river, but way over here, where the harbor is, I noticed the shapes in the background. We haven't done any of this stuff like over here, I think. We really got to come back to some of these areas. Alright, let's open up the box and see what's inside. We cannot. Well, let's start the long trek back down the mountain, I suppose. How do we get back down here? Oh, sorry, that's the final puzzle, the final stage. Okay, well, yeah, we have to come back here later then. Well, that's good. I'll know later on not to waste my time, like, coming up and down the mountain until I'm done with all the puzzles. Do we know how to solve this? Do I know how to solve this? Maybe. I can get all the dots. Oh, hold on. This is a black and white dot puzzle. The point of this is we have to separate the black and white dots. It's been a while, so I have to remind myself of the type of puzzle that I'm actually solving. So we can do this. I mean, this technically works, but I don't know about... Oh. Okay, we can only go a certain distance on this solution. Interesting. Well, how far is the distance that we're allowed to go? It's this far. Just going... Well, how would we ever get both blue dots? You can never get both blue dots with that much distance. Look. Even if we take the fastest route. Oh, okay, so hold on. The blue dots add a little bit of distance to my measurement. I'm seeing that now. Okay, so hold on. Let's grab this. This. Here. Go like this. Here. And then we run out of tape pretty quickly. Am I just crazy, or is there's no way to solve this? Like, you run out of tape way too fast. I guess this would be the way. Does this do anything? No, because for some reason that I don't understand. Did you find tutorial land? The yellow is invisible. That's why it blocks you. I don't know what that means. I don't think I've learned the rules about those yellow dots yet. We're gonna have to come back here later. I mean, I've found tutorial puzzles in some of the areas. I don't know if there's like a specific tutorial land that I've ever found. Can I see anything else from up here? It's this one that I'm not really seeing how you make that into a perfect circle. Alright. In the interest of not making this stream really boring, I'm going to head back down and try to find another area quickly. Because right now all I'm doing is hitting dead ends after dead ends. This appears to be another dead end that I found. Not a good track record. Can we go back down the mountain this way? Perhaps does this just lead to another area? Because that would be nice. Yeah, it looks like this leads to another area that we haven't been to. This leads to an area that we haven't been to. Let's go this way first. This leads back to the waterfall. We can't cross water. I learned that during the last stream. This is not the way. But if we go down here, maybe this leads somewhere I haven't been yet. Don't collect yellow with blue. Find the dual area first. I'm gonna have to learn that rule. It's kind of not making much sense to me. Here we go. Found something new, finally, for the first time in a while. Black and white dots. I know how to separate black and white dots. Got black dots on one side, white dots on the other side. Separate black and white. This should work. There you go. I finally found something that I know how to do. What a relief. Interesting. Okay, we've got... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Purple and green. We just separate purple and green. Purple, white, and green. Okay. This is a little more tricky, but I think it's still very doable. Put the green in its own little pocket. There you go. We can do the same thing here. Put the white in its own pocket, and then the green in its own pocket, and that naturally separates the purple. Okay, so I'm liking these puzzles because I know how to solve these. This one is going to have to go like... Oh, this one. No, this one's going to be a little more tricky. I think it's doable. I think we have to put the pocket over here, and then over here. Yeah, this still works. I got some new chats. Segregation puzzle. Yeah, I get the messages a little bit later. I mean, there's always a stream delay. Twitch has like a really fast stream. Like when people chat, you see the chat right away. YouTube has a little bit of a delay on it, unfortunately. Yeah, this puzzle seems to be about segregating the blocks into their own little sections. So if I go like this, I can grab the white dots, and then I put the green dot in its own little pocket. Okay, so this was a really easy tutorial, and that's a good sign for me because it makes me think that I'm going to be able to get these puzzles. These puzzles are definitely right up my alley. All I need to do is just separate them into their own categories, which is easy enough to do. This is the same idea. You just got 4 colors. So here we can go like this. Grab these. Everything is in its own lane. Here, same idea, sort of. The problem is we've got some more separation to do. So hold on. If I do it this way, does that help me at all? Problem is those ones in the middle are still stuck together. But I can do something like this. It doesn't quite work, but I think I'm onto something. Like this. I think everything is separated. Yes. Okay, these puzzles, these are going to be my strength. These puzzles are going to be my strength. Because this is something I can do. And I have to remember, this isn't the same as the Tetris puzzles. The shape doesn't matter anymore. All that matters is that I have to separate the colors. So I have to turn off that part of my brain. I have to turn off the part of my brain that was like obsessed with making the shapes fit. All I need to do is separate the colors into their own sections. In order to do that, go like this, go like this, and like this. And this is fine because the white dots are all in their own section. Okay. This is going to head over here. Yeah, there's a mix of stream delay, and then also I don't always read the messages right away. Okay. Yeah, so Brain Control mentioned something about colored glass, so that leads me to believe that this is going to be important. You can see how this turquoise blue is actually the same color as the green, and then the dark blue and the black are the same color. And then red and pink are the same color. Which honestly, you could kind of do this without the colored glass, because you would just group the similar. It's kind of the idea is that you're just grouping the similar colors together. You don't necessarily need to look through the colored glass to see this. The bright green and bright blue are together. The dark blue is together with the dark black, and then the red and pink are together. So that works. Like this one right here, I'll maybe be able to solve this without even looking at the puzzle. So we know that the dark blue and the black are the same. We know that the red and the pink are the same. The only question is I don't particularly know what color the yellow is. Let's we're gonna have to go check what color the yellow actually is. The yellow is just yellow. So that's going to be a little tricky. We're going to have to separate the yellow into its own section. So how do we do that? In order to separate the yellow into its own section. So I know what I need to do. I just don't know if I can actually do it. You'd go like this. This doesn't work because it puts the green in the section where it doesn't belong. This feels impossible right now. Okay. Interesting. So if I use the yellow glass, the solution is impossible. If I use the blue glass, you get a solution where yellow and green end up being the same, and then all of the colors on the bottom just kind of blend together, which is much easier to separate out. So you go like this. That was not the solution. Okay, hold on. It was correct if I just looked at the blue panel, but it wasn't correct if I look through the yellow. Is there a way to look through both the blue and the yellow at the same time, perhaps? Not really. I can't go far enough into the corner to look. I don't really see how I could look at it through the blue and the yellow at the same time. I can't close this door again either, so that's not the solution. Okay, let me think about it a little bit more. I think the key piece of information is that green and yellow are both yellow. So these are all one shape. So if I go like... Okay, hold on a second. I forgot what the bottom shape looks like. Yeah. So if I can separate the top section. Problem is I can't grab this shape anymore. How do you grab this shape without grabbing anything else? Okay, hold on. There's a way to do this, I'm just not sure yet. I don't think this is it. Yeah. Guess and check is not going to work in this section because it's going to keep locking the panel on me. It has something to do with how the blue glass and the yellow glass interact. Use the blue pattern. I tried using the blue pattern, it didn't work. Oh, hold on a second. I see what the problem is with the blue pattern. It's because I was thinking that blue and black are the same, but they're not the same anymore when you look through the blue glass. So what I need to do is I need to get this blue shape and this blue shape separated from the yellow and the black. So I need to go more like this. Yeah, this is it. And this works because if you're looking through the glass, you see the yellow is all on the top, the black is all on the bottom, and the blue is all in the middle. Okay. Next we have this shape. Does this also work for the yellow though? That's the question I have in my mind. Yeah, see, like it doesn't work at all for the yellow. So it's not valid at all for the yellow. It's only valid for the blue. So the question is, does this puzzle use the yellow or the blue glass? How would I know which one to use? Or is there a third type of glass? Well, let's try this first, because this seems more solvable. Actually, not even. This one seems really hard to solve, too. What about this? I'm getting some ideas. I'm not sure if they're good ideas, but I'm getting some ideas. Okay, yellow and green are definitely... or white and green are definitely not the same. So these must be separated at all costs. These have to be separated. Blue and turquoise might be the same. It's hard to tell. They actually seem a little bit off even under the blue glass. But if I have to separate all of these different shapes, I mean, I'm just not going to have enough lines for this. Orange and pink might be the same. So let's start with that. Let's start with that information. That's not going to work. What about this? So the problem here is that I know for a fact that green and white are not the same. So what do I do with that? What do I do with that? I could go like this, but I don't think the white is the same as those other colors. It's definitely not. It may be green that I need to use, but you're not sure, you don't remember. Is there a green panel around here? Is there anything else that we have available to us? This, we can look through both windows at the same time. And this does kind of separate them out. We've got a bottom shape here, a middle shape, and then the top shape is valid. So, bottom shape, middle shape, and then top shape. If the two panels stacked together work, then this works. Okay, that was the solution. So you had to go like this and look through both panels to be able to see this solution, which is actually really cool. Okay, is there any way for me to understand which panel I'm supposed to use, or is it just guess and check? Is there anything in common with these three panels? So this one used green. This one used blue. No, sorry. This one used yellow. This one used yellow, but there's no yellow on the board. This one used bright blue. There's no bright blue on the board. This one used sort of like a dark green, but there's a light green on the board, but there's no dark green on the board. So maybe you use the color of the window that's not currently on the board. That would be my only guess. I want to understand the rules, because I know this is going to get harder as we go forward. Oh, did that other door open? No, it did not. Okay, let's go upstairs. Yeah, this connects to something up here. More puzzles. This seems straightforward. What does this do? Oh. This is important for something. I don't know what yet, but it's important for something. Probably for solving this puzzle. So what if we do it like this? Does this work? Yes. This, okay, so we probably need to close this again to solve the other one. Garklol is back. Hey Garklol, welcome back. Natwaf is back as well. Welcome back. I am back, guys. Wow, you're at the greenhouse. Color theory, RGB. These areas are about colors in general. Also, I just looked up the witness, and wow, you did not realize this was a game with that one infamous puzzle. I'm not sure about it, but maybe I shouldn't be spoiled on whatever it is, if it's infamous. The last three panels I did are just about choosing the correct glass color. That actually makes the puzzle look possible. Okay, but I was just wondering if there's like any kind of rule that tells you what color glass you're supposed to use. In case later on, like if I have a choice between them. But we'll figure that out later. That was not the solution, okay. Oh crap, I just completely forgot the shape that I had drawn. I think this was the shape. Oh my god. Do I have to do this every single time? Just because I have a bad memory? I could have sworn my solution on the left side was correct though. That's what's really tripping me up here. Oh cool, you can see down there. Any environmental puzzles out here before I close this door again? Looks like a hard no. Oh, hold on. There's definitely some paint on the side of this stupid thing. I don't think I can connect it to anything. Alright. It's like this. Don't forget that, because I don't want to have to open this again later. Okay, can I do this then? This doesn't look... This is not possible, so I have to close the door. Now, why was my solution before not valid? It looks like I separated everything. Got the white dots down here, the red dots in the middle, and the blue dots on top. This should work. Oh, this does work. I guess I must have done something wrong without meaning to last time. I think last time I just, like, drew the line wrong. But I had the solution right in my head, maybe. Okay. Well, we've got a few options. We can go downstairs, we can go upstairs, we can go where we are now. I'm going to go where I am right now, before I go upstairs. If I can. It doesn't seem like there's anything in here. There is an empty shaft. There's a bunch of flowers. Okay. Downstairs, maybe? I don't know if I... Oh my god, that's so bright. Does anyone... Let me know if you want me to turn the brightness down. Because this feels very bright. This is like so bright, I can barely see anything. That helped a little bit. Okay, here we have a color puzzle. Okay, so what's so hard about this? Just separate them. That seemed way too easy for what I was doing. It looks fine on your end. Garklol says elevator, color theory time. Hopefully this isn't brutal. Oh. Okay, we're stopping here. So we have blue now. Well, this should work. Excuse me. There's a lot of different solutions. I can see there's 5 cables, so there's probably 5 floors on the elevator. Okay. Can I actually get out here? I can. So this is a floor I could not access before. Does that mean anything? Is there anything of substance around here? Is there anything to do, anything to look at, anything to find? This is the upstairs section that I could already access just by walking up the stairs. So the solution doesn't have to do with these stairs. It has something to do with this elevator. So right now it looks like the solution is just this, which is extremely straightforward. Does this actually work? Is this going to take me somewhere that I haven't been before? I think I'm going up one more floor to a place where I haven't been before. Okay, is there anything on this floor? New message in the chat. What does vignetting and reticle mean? Multi-solution elevator. Try grasping the idea of this elevator. The idea of this elevator. Okay. I mean, I understand that when I go to different floors, there are different lights. Which change which colors are visible, but that's basically all I know. And I'm basically currently sitting in a dead end. If I solve this puzzle, which I can kind of do like this. This solution looks familiar. I think this is going to take me back down. Oh, no. This is going to take me where I already am. Okay. This is the solution for the floor that I'm already on. So how do I go up one floor? It seems like I get the idea so far. Now here's where I use the idea. I guess what you're telling me is that I need to predict what the next solution would be. So I know this solution. I know this solution. I know this solution. I know this solution. I have to guess this solution. How do I guess this solution? Is there any way to go back downstairs? Because otherwise I'm kind of trapped here, which is not good. I have to go back downstairs and check and look at the other solutions again if I want to make sense of this. Rain Control says, please, can I get an answer? I don't know what vignetting and reticle mean. I guess I could look them up. Oh, if you get the solution wrong, the elevator magically goes back down. Okay, this is helpful then. I'm just going to go like this. Thank you for telling me that. That actually helps a lot. Alright, let's go back downstairs and let's start again from the bottom. And we're going to just... I don't know, we're going to write down what we're doing and try to make sense of it. I'm actually going to take pictures with my phone. No, I'm not, because my phone... Oh, yes, I am, because my phone is right here. Okay. Take out the phone. Go all the way down. So the visible colors are changing as I go through the floors. So first floor. Oh, this is really interesting. This is really interesting. I didn't do this intentionally, but when I look at the puzzle through my phone, it actually looks different than what it looks like on the screen. I wonder if there's some reason for that. Okay. So under the red light, the squares on the left all become black, and all of the other squares become white. Sorry. going to separate those out. We're going to go up one floor. I might not even need these pictures after I talk my way through this. I might just like understand it at that point. Because if my guess is correct. Okay. So now we're under. Is this blue and red light? Is that what this is? This might be blue and red light, perhaps. It's either blue and red light, or it's just blue light. Either way, under this light, the solution seems to make the blue and the red both visible. So it's either something like blue makes blue and red visible, or blue and red are both visible because I'm in a section that has blue and red light. So we're gonna go with this. We're gonna go up one more. By the way, you can also immediately go to a floor by solving it with the previous floor's solution, even without being on that particular floor. You can immediately go to a floor by solving it with the previous floor's solution, even without being on that particular floor. I'm not sure what that means yet. Okay. Now this is pure blue light. Under pure blue light, it looks like the squares on the right all turn black, and the squares on the left all turn white. What does that mean exactly? Now, green light, we don't have access to. So, oh no, this is green and blue light. So what does green and blue mean to me? I think I said before I just wanted to solve this puzzle, or I was able to just solve this puzzle, and then just took what I got, and I think what happened is it maybe moved me up to the next floor. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to take a picture of this and see what happens. I don't remember exactly what happens in this floor. A tricky thing is that the blue actually isn't showing up on this puzzle on my phone. We'll just have to remember that this one had blue light in the middle. So this short circuits the green light, and we're still stuck on this puzzle. Red. You don't know how to phrase it. I phrased it good. Massive misspelling is funny. You're probably doing a good job of explaining it. I'm just not doing a good job of understanding it. Okay. Let me look at the pictures I've taken. The issue is, the first color that comes to mind for me would be Roy G. Biv, like rainbow. But this is clearly not that, because this doesn't go red-orange. This goes red, purple, blue, green. Like, what color goes red, purple, blue, green? Red, purple, blue, green. Like, what does that mean? Red, purple, blue, gradient. Red, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. Okay, hold on. This is a color wheel that exists somewhere. Red, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange. So the next solution would be yellow. But how do I know what the solution for yellow is? So under the red light became black and all the other lights became white. So let me try that. Let me try just grabbing the yellow blocks and assume that everything else is white. I mean, it works, but it's the wrong solution. I have to find the solution for green. That's the problem. But there's no green lights here. So what do I do about that? This is technically a blue-green floor. Find another way of doing it. Is there glass in the room, or is there any puzzles in here? I didn't see any puzzles in here. The only glass is on the floor, so it doesn't really help me. Yeah, like I can't look at the puzzle from a different color. You're saying that this is a blue-green room, and the room above is the green room. Okay, hold on. That might be important information. Yeah, but there's no puzzles over here. It's just a dead end. So right now we're in the blue-green room, which means the blue and green dots are visible, which is true. So to get to the green room, we should make only the green dots visible. The problem is I just did that, and we're still here. I put it so just the green dots are visible, and we're still here on the same floor. No glass here, just color reflection theory. Brain wrong floor. So why does this solution work for both of these floors? That's what's throwing me off. Like this works, but it doesn't take me anywhere. It doesn't take me anywhere because the cable is broken. Okay, I'm drawing some logical conclusions here. This is the solution to the blue-green floor, which would take me up to the green floor. This is what you were trying to explain to me. And so in order to get to the green floor, I have to input the solution for the blue floor. And the solution for the blue floor would be this, but I've already done this. And it only takes me to where I already am. Which is the... Oh, no. Okay. I got it. This takes me up to the green floor, because this is the solution to the green puzzle. Where only the squares in the middle are visible, and everything else is white. I actually figured that out. With a little bit of help, admittedly. But I have no idea how I solved that. Okay, so that takes us here. Is there a higher... Okay, there's not a higher floor, so we don't have to worry about the yellow floor. Or maybe that was the yellow floor and I just thought it was the green floor. No, because the yellow is on the right. The green is in the middle, which is actually pink. But this is the solution to the green floor, I think. I'm not 100% sure I did that correctly, but I got something. Okay, so the issue is this just took me to a spot where I already am, or like where I've already been. Okay, hold on, there is another floor above. So I need to find out how to go up one more floor. So in order to do the yellow floor, I need to solve the green solution. I don't know if I'm even looking at the right color gradient. Now this would be a good time to tell you that this is the exact same puzzle from the puzzle before the glass. The cyan solution would have moved me up, but it's broken. Solve it normally. Isn't the floor with the puzzle right? Oh dang, it's not. Okay, hold on. Let me try to read the most useful comments here. This would be a good time to... This is the same puzzle from the puzzle before the glass. I'm gonna have to examine that information later. I can't remember what happened before the glass. Solve it normally. Okay. So now we're in a section where... Okay, so the color theory doesn't matter anymore. I'm not trying to solve the green solution in order to reach the yellow floor. You're telling me the solution now is to just solve the puzzle normally. So let's just do that. It feels weird because it seems like I would have input this solution at some point on one of the previous floors, but maybe not. So this is the white solution. Yeah, so this doesn't really fit into the gradient that I was looking at. I think I just solved it by mistake while looking at the wrong gradient. The time before the glass in color. Yeah, exactly. This opens up, which I think is going to be our satellite, perhaps? Or our laser? Yeah, do we need to do anything else, or does this just solve it? I think this is just the final solution. But there was a whole other section of rooms in the other puzzle that I don't think I solved. This is the exact same puzzle. Did I complete the Tetris area? You didn't watch that full part yet. I got stuck and I went back. Okay, is this laser actually turning on, or do I need to do anything else? Let me just wait here for a second to make sure. I want to go... Yeah, we didn't skip it, but we gave up on like one of the last puzzles. I'm gonna go back there now. Okay, the laser looks like it's shooting. But I want to go back to this area before the glass and see if I can figure out what you're talking about with this puzzle being the same puzzle. They really love to milk this. Look at this. We've been sitting here for like 2 minutes waiting for this laser to fire. Okay, we got a couple lasers now. Alright, I'm gonna go like... So I'm gonna think about this puzzle. You're telling me this is the same puzzle that I solved before I started doing the glass puzzle. So I'm gonna take a picture of this to see if you're telling the truth or not. So this puzzle here, I'm gonna go back downstairs and I'm gonna try to find this puzzle. If I just do this, it takes me back to the bottom floor. Yes. It takes a long time for the laser to shoot. Natwa says this is not even the slowest thing. Yeah, going down the elevator takes longer than shooting the laser. Rotating those stupid platforms takes a long time too. I don't want to go out here because this doesn't really take me to where I want to go. This is where I would go if I was trying to go up the mountain, but I'm not trying to do that. I actually want to go back to the Tetris area. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. I think if I hop off on one of these floors, I can actually take the stairs, but I don't remember which floor. It might be the blue-green floor. I just don't want to get stuck in a spot. Which I just did, yeah. That's the spot where I didn't want to get stuck. Okay, we'll go down a little bit further. But the next floor below this one should have a staircase that I can just go down to make this a little bit faster, so we don't have to sit through the whole thing. Oh man, you wouldn't believe what is the longest thing in this game, says Garklul. Well, the boat rides take a while too. I gotta remember that as well. Alright, so we can take the stairs. It's a little bit faster because we can run on the stairs. Don't run on the stairs, but I do it anyway. Alright, you're not talking about this puzzle because this is already... We're already through the glass here. So you're talking about something out here? Oh yeah, this is the same puzzle. Look at that. This puzzle is the same one that we solved already upstairs. That's kind of amusing. Alright, so this here... Oh, we've been in there. Okay, that is... We have been in there. So we've solved this area. I guess we solved this whole area. That was a really, really weird side area. There wasn't really... So most of the other areas in the game so far, I've run into sections where they kind of blend together. This one was very self-contained. It was only color puzzles and nothing else. They didn't combine any of the other elements. Which is interesting. It's fine. This might be the boat. If this is the boat, we can take it back to the Tetris area. I'm going to summon the boat and then decide where I want to go from there. Actually, you know, I was getting stuck on that Tetris puzzle. I don't think I'm going to be able to solve it. I wonder if it might be a better idea to just head over there and then see if I can solve like some easy tutorial puzzles over there. Boating time. Yeah, you know what? We'll do it. Let's do it. Let's commit. All right, where are we now? Right now we're apparently here, I think. Is this where we are? I'm not sure. Doesn't really look like it, but maybe it is. The Tetris area is back here. I'm going to speed this thing up as much as possible. We'll go on the slow boat ride. There's environmental puzzles in the boat. Look out for those while riding. I've been doing that, but I haven't really spotted any. But keep in mind, I'm not really that good at these. Okay, there's probably... This seems like one. But I'm going way too fast. I'm not going to be able to get it. I think this one probably wants me to solve it while I'm going in the other direction. Yeah, honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to get... Oh, hold on, this might be it. Yeah, I think this one you need to solve while you're sailing in the other direction. I'm going the wrong way. I have to be honest, I don't think I'm going to get all the environmental puzzles. Like, I'm not the kind of person who is going to 100% every game that I play, especially with something like this, where it feels like it would take a lot of time to go around and find every single puzzle and solve it. It's a long line. Garkwolf says, yep, yes, I probably do need to solve it while heading in the other direction. I mean, if we ever go back the other way, I will solve it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to go around the entire island and find every environmental puzzle. If I get all the lasers and I unlock like the final area, I'll feel satisfied with myself. All right, so I'm trying to remember where we're supposed to go. There was a basement area. And I think it was actually over here. I feel like I'm running a little bit slower. But yeah, there's a basement area that we unlocked over here that I couldn't solve. Definitely haven't been over there before. I think that seems like it's a reference to the village from Myst. The treetop village. Alright. Yeah, so we had a blue cable. See, the last thing we did was we lit up this blue cable. It runs over here, and it looks like we need to go down here and turn this on so that it runs another cable in the other direction. Okay, so the issue is I cannot solve this puzzle. I just cannot get this. We sat on this puzzle for like 20 minutes, and I could not get it. What's the first environmental puzzle I found? It was in the harbor area with like the mirror reflected puzzles. I noticed pretty much right away that there was stuff behind like the panels of glass that you're supposed to interact with. Even long before like I got to the puzzles where that actually mattered. And because of that, when I was looking through the glass, I saw one of the environmental puzzles behind it. Are you going to do the challenge at the end of the game? Technically it's forced. Whatever it is, probably not. If it's anything more tedious than the environmental puzzles, I'm probably not going to do it. Are we still in this puzzle? Yes, we are. This is one where like I might have to look up the solution because otherwise we're going to hit a brick wall here. I'm never going to get past this. How in the world do you solve this one? Explain that to me. I really thought I had the solution. And the solution that I had just didn't work. So this right here, I thought was the solution. But that's not it. Well, wouldn't it be, now I'm just going crazy. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Wouldn't it be something like... Yeah. Watch Aliens Rock. He's played this game. Oh, I've watched his channel before. The black one at the symmetry area. Brain control, just search for the solution. Garklos has foreign stone mentioned. I don't even know how to search up this one particular puzzle. What's the official name? Yeah, I wouldn't know how to actually look for it either. Even if I want to look up this solution, I want to do it in a way where it doesn't like spoil other solutions for me. But I don't think I'm going to get this one without looking it up. Let me see if I can look it up on my phone. That way I don't have to divide my attention on my browser. The Witness. Tetris. Square. Puzzle. I'm getting videos. I don't want to get videos. I want to get a puzzle that I want to get something that's going to just like show me the solution without having to watch a video. Don't forget you must delete it in the shape of a square. Yeah, I know that. Swap the two L's at the bottom. We did that, but the solution didn't work. Yeah, so what I did was I put I swapped the position of the L's at the bottom. Then I erased the section in the middle. So what you end up with is you end up with this shape. And the reason is because these shapes are stacked on top of each other. Which means this square section in the middle is cut out, but then there's another layer beneath it which has the same exact shape. But that only applies on the bottom. That doesn't apply on the... Okay, I think I understand what I did wrong last time. I think this is the solution. That's it. I was actually doing it right before, but I was leaving these two squares on top, even though they weren't double stacked. They were only single stacked. I finally got it. I didn't have to look it up either. I was like halfway through. I was trying to look it up. I couldn't find it, but It just, like, it finally clicked in my brain what I was doing right. Yeah. No, we actually had the right solution before. I was just entering it wrong. I was doing it like before. I was doing it like this because I forgot that these two blocks here. These two blocks here in the middle are actually getting removed, while these two on the top are double stacked, so they don't get removed. Wow, that one was absolutely brutal. Okay, I'm not looking forward to this one. I can tell you that right now. Okay, how do we do this? I've never seen anything like this in my life. Finally got it right. Finally got it right. Crap! I accidentally deleted my message. It's all right. We got the solution after you before you typed it anyway. Yeah, it's simple. It's just hard to imagine. That's a really good way to phrase it. Natwef says, LMAO, what is that shape? I'd like to solve this one. I'd like to end the stream triumphantly and actually solve this annoying puzzle, but I don't. How in the world do you do that? Is there any way to get this thing? No. This almost feels like it should work, but it doesn't. Okay. So let's imagine this. So what we have to do, I'm pretty sure for this one, we just need to put the triangle shape, or it's not really a triangle. I'm going to keep calling it a triangle because it's easier for me to imagine. You have to put the triangle shape in here in a way that allows you to actually connect all of the other pieces. And then remove 2 blocks. I think I see how to do that. The question is where exactly to put the triangle. So I'm going to remove this block in the bottom right corner. Which means we have to pick up this block, this block, this block, which is good. This block, yes, I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think this block is removed right now. And then this block. So let me just try to visualize this. Where is the triangle sitting? The triangle is sitting in the middle. The double stacked shape in the middle is being removed, and the triangle itself is filling in the other empty squares. I think this is the solution. That one was so much easier for me to get. I don't know why this one just destroyed me. This one was like so much easier to get. Look, you put the triangle shape right here. The middle square is double stacked and it gets removed, but otherwise these 3 squares fill in all of the blank spots. And then you use the other dot to remove this square down here, so it's not isolated by itself. Okay, what is this? I think this is just the controller for the platform above, but it might be the controller for a platform that I haven't been able to access before. So hold on, I'm gonna do this just in case it controls a platform that I haven't accessed before. Oh, that doesn't actually work. Okay, hold on. Oh, right, I did the solution wrong. It does work. I'm just being a knave. Okay. Oh, this moves something I can see. Okay, hold on. I got it. This is important to solving this puzzle. Is it? I thought it would be. Maybe it's not. I think it is. It's not working anymore. Got it. Nice. 1 down. Alright, let's see what cable we turned on now. So now we turned on another blue cable that runs back across the map over to... Oh, it goes right to this basement, which we can just walk right to. I think this is a new basement we just unlocked. Yes, it is. Chat's going crazy. This is the same panel as the bridge above. Witness battle advanced. You got this way quicker than the other one. Chess battle advanced. Checkers battle advanced. The circle must be closed. Must be closed in order to work. When the sparkle appears, it means you're close to the right spot to start solving. All right. These are puzzles that I already know how to do. Huh. Does this work? Yes. Let me stop for a second and think about what this means. I believe what this is telling me on a second. Let me move my microphone. I believe what this is telling me is that you can draw anti-shapes to grab the blue pieces as long as you have yellow pieces canceling them out. So in this case, especially because of the fact that you need to grab all of the pieces. This one I'm struggling with a little bit. How would this work? This doesn't feel right because this... Well, maybe this... No, this doesn't feel right. Well, maybe it is. These cancel each other out, and then what happens? Okay, so these cancel each other out, and then I just have a line which is a valid solution because it's just a line drawn around nothing. Because all of these can't... Okay, hold on. I misunderstood the rule. What the rule is actually telling me is that these completely nullify each other. They are completely removed from the puzzle as long as they're on the same side of the line. So this doesn't... the shape does not matter at all. All that matters is that these are nullifying each other. Which means... something. Something important. What does it mean? I do not know. Like this, for example, this is valid because these all cancel each other out, so it doesn't matter what the shape underneath the line is. The problem is I need to find a way to get this in the same box as a yellow square. I don't particularly see how to do that. Because this shape is not valid right now, sitting where it is. We would have to find a way to... Hold on. All that matters to make this shape valid is to find a way to fit a 3x3 in here somewhere. And how do we do that? The problem is this square is too far away. It's too far away from the rest of the puzzle. Like it's too far away from the blue dots. Okay, new solution. This is it. The L piece is in a valid location. The square piece is completely nullified, so it doesn't matter what the shape is like on that side. That was it. I was looking at it backwards. This isn't difficult, just nullify the square. I already did that. I don't look at the chat when I'm still solving the puzzle because sometimes people post the solutions in the chat. I will look at the chat when I actually want help. Now it's about, yeah, nullifying the correct shape. When the sparkle appears... Oh, I read that already. The zero... Garkle says the zero block region. Netwest says what? Alright. So this is going to involve entering the endpoint through a very tricky to reach area. So let's first figure out how to do that. This can turn the square into a single piece. No, this isn't right. Let me count how many squares I have available. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 squares available to me. So as long as I grab everything, I could technically nullify both shapes completely. The problem is that I can't grab everything because of these breaks on the outside edge of the puzzle. They prevent me from grabbing everything. So at best, I could do something like this. But then this blue square isn't keyed to any... How do you key these blue squares in the corner to anything? It seems like they can't be. So I have to... Okay, so I have to separate them. like this. The problem now is that the math doesn't add up. We're not nullifying the squares that we need to. Is there some insane way to invert these? It might have to do with the blues. It might have to do with the no. It has something to do with the square. Yes, this is it. I've got 4 dots in the same area as the square, and 4 dots in the same area, and 3 dots in the same area as the L piece. The problem is I don't think this is going to work because it's broken up into sections. Yeah. I have to find a way to make that work without breaking it into sections. And I think I can do that like this. Okay, same logic, but now everything is connected. Perfect, I got it. Ooh, this opens up a new area. Which takes me out here, where Have I been here before, or is this a different platform? This has got to be a different platform. Yes, it is. Is there any puzzles to solve here, or is it just this? Okay, it's just this. 7 yellow, 7 blue. Squares, no, same region. There you go. Time for the final puzzle of the area. The panel is technically nullifying everything, just with one catch. Yeah, that one was tricky because you had to make sure you could get them onto the right areas. Okay, we've got a nullifier that I'm allowed to rotate in any shape that I want, but we have to make sure that it's actually inside of the shape that we draw, or outside of the shape that we draw, which actually is very easy to do. We can just do this. Boom. That was child's play. In fact, we didn't even really have to rotate it. It was already horizontally oriented. But I'm guessing that's not the difficult puzzle. I'm guessing we have to find a more difficult puzzle. Or this just brought us into nothing. Was that not the solution, maybe? Is there a way to go somewhere else? Can we go like this? What does this do? Okay. Can we go up, sideways, something? Am I going crazy here? This feels like it doesn't go anywhere. New plan. What about this? This? Why is that not working? I don't understand. This solution worked when I was upstairs, didn't it? No, because I'm a fool. Hold on. This solution worked when I was upstairs. And then I move the platform out of the way, but I still can't go through here. I feel like I have to open up this gate somehow and get through here, but it's not working the way that I want it to. Oh. Okay, hold on. I think I'm starting to understand what's happening here. So now I want to move it down. And then what happens now? Okay, I wasn't standing in the right spot. But I think I have the idea. I think I have the idea. So I can't raise it while I'm standing here. But I want to lower it while I'm standing on these two squares in the center. So go like this first. Yes. Then you're going to go up here, and then while on this square, you're going to push it back down while you're standing on this spot. Yes. This allows me to get into the cage, which doesn't help me at all. This just puts me back to where I already was. Okay, well, I'm a fool, but I'm getting closer to the right solution. So where do I want to be standing when everything ends? Here? But I don't think this square moves down, does it? Well, hold on, let me do this again. I'm close to the solution. I just have to think more about how these pieces are moving. Okay, where I actually want to go is here. I want to go on these frontal squares. Which I can actually do just by going like this, I think. Yeah, put me on a front square. And then move me down. But I think I did this already and it didn't work. This doesn't actually lead anywhere. Okay, let's go back up. There's meaning to this puzzle. I just don't know what the meaning is. There's some kind of logic here. I mean, could I do it while standing in this square? Seems like the answer is no. If I lower myself on these platforms, it doesn't accomplish anything. It just moves me back to where I already was. Like that just moves me back down here. And then I'm still inside of the cage. Alright, let me read the chat. This is one of only 2 rotatable minus blocks in the entire game for some reason. There is one of those screens under the stairs. Do a reverse engineer on this one. Fun fact, there's another one of those same screens under the stairs. Try to get what is your goal and work backwards. Okay. Oh, there is a screen under the stairs. Okay. Hold on a second. I mean, I don't know if that helps me per se, but it might help me. So let's move this up. And yeah, I get that. I understand that this is rotatable, and there's probably a reason why, but I'm still kind of figuring out the basic understanding of what I'm doing here. Okay. So this isn't the right solution. This doesn't really move me forward in any way. What about this solution? What does this do? That raises a different block. Okay. 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 I understand now. This shape here matches the shape of the platform that I'm standing on. Which means what we want to do is first... Can I bring everything back up? I was misunderstanding it. I thought the entire platform was moving up and down, and I had to make it work somehow. What I'm actually doing is carving pieces out. So what I want to do is have access to this back panel somehow while I'm standing downstairs. Is there a way in here? There is a way in here, so hold on a second. What I actually might just need to do is this. Open up these squares. Oh, those are the wrong squares. Those are the squares I eventually want to open up. Okay, I can't open up the back left squares, which is annoying because those would be the most useful ones. Okay, what happens if I do this? We're getting somewhere. Okay, I think what I need to do is slowly move along the bottom. So right now I'm standing here, so I want to go like this. Yes. Now I can open up this. Then I can open up the back, the area behind me. Now I can open up let's do this. I think this is where I'm standing. I hope I'm not wrong. This is the reflection of the puzzle. So this will open up this section, and we got it. Has anyone in the chat ever noticed that flower in the middle tile? I don't see a flower. No, you did it. Thank you. I did it. Yeah, I don't see the flower. Natwaf doesn't see the flower. Is it real? Maybe it is. Did we get another laser? Oh, we're flying through this. Let's go with the fanfare. Let's sit here and let's watch the laser shoot out into the air. In the big version of the tiles. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna look and see if I can see the flower up there. I'm heading back that direction anyway soon. Hopefully. I hope it's not too hard to get back up there. Or is there like maybe a shortcut that I can use to get back out? Oh my god, these lasers take so long. Is it even spinning yet? No, it's still rotating. Look at this. This is insanity. This is a very cinematic game. Excuse me. You beat Tetris, the land of annoyance, aka Tetris Land. I did it. Yatta! Okay, we got our laser. Let's head back. Is there no shortcut that leads me back out of here? It doesn't look like it. But actually, can I do this? No, I have to do it this way. I have to do it slowly. I have to do it one tile at a time like I did before. Well, hold on. I might be able to do this. Does this take me anywhere? I think this takes me back out. I think this takes me back to the start. Like, quickly. This is like the quick way back to the start. Yes, it is. Alright, from here, we go back down, through, up, and we're kind of near the start. Is this way back to the start? Yes. Jump back across this pond. Make sure we grab this on the way by. Considering it's extremely late, I'm very close to ending the stream. I'm probably going to head over to the start of the next area and then end the stream there. While I'm doing that, I'll just go back through the chat. Thanks to Netwaf for being here today. Thanks for Garkwold for being here today. Thanks for Brain Control for being here today. I think there was another lurker who stopped by. Let me check. I thought there was one person. Brain Control, no. Hello Tylo. That was the other person. They stopped by very briefly, and there might have actually been one more person who said something in the chat at some point. If you were here and I didn't give you a shout out, sorry. I called everybody that I could see, everybody that I could find in the chat. I did most of the sun area, but I got kind of stuck down in the basement. I reached like a puzzle that I couldn't get past, so I ended up just wanting to stop there. Alright, this is the castle. We've been here before. I think we did the castle. There's this like forest area that I've been seeing from different angles, but I could never quite figure out how to get in there. So this temple, I don't think I ever solved this completely. I really kept hitting like a dead end here. Maybe next stream I'll come back and start here. So I think this is a good place to end it, to finish things off. This is a nice view. I usually actually stream on weekends, like during the middle of the day. And today, streaming on a weekday, like in the middle of the night, is like the opposite of when I normally stream, unfortunately. So the next time I stream is probably going to be like very opposite of where I'm streaming right now. But either way, if you have the chance to stop by, I would appreciate it. If you just lurked in the chat today, or if you just stopped by briefly, if you just left a like, it's still helpful. People in the chat, you are kings. I'm going to head out. For now, enjoy the rest of your day.